Hello and welcome. I'm Todd, aka MechToad33. Welcome to my channel where we virtually look at houses from around the country. Thank you for joining us from the basement. If you're wondering why the basement, because the basement is what you get when you're the last one in the family to pick their Zoom location. Anyway, thank you for joining us. And at the end of 2020, Architectural Digest did a video about Pierce Brosnan's home. This home was no ordinary home, as he was putting it up for sale for $100 million. Now, where would such a house be? Would it be a castle? Would it be a large ranch? Well, actually, it's a house in Malibu, California. Now, if you don't know, the location is here. So, Malibu is just west of Los Angeles, California, and is very fancy. Um, And so, what we're going to do now is take a look at that house, but also look at other options because you may be saying, $100 million? Wow, that's got to be huge. That's got to be all kinds of land. I know Malibu's expensive, but, well, here we go. So, um, it is actually this house right here, which is very nice and has plenty of square feet. And don't get me wrong, when I talk about this house, it is wonderful. But $100 million, you may be noticing right off the bat that right next to it, oh, right next to it, there is another house, and that is awful close for $100 million. And as we step through, you have the house, and then you have a little mini beach, and then some scrub, and then the full beach. And the beach is fantastic. I mean, Malibu is one of the nicest beaches in the country. But that's the overhead view. The green roof is the $100 million home, and just above it is your neighbor. So we will get back to that in a little bit. So it's a big property. It's got 5 bedrooms and 14 baths for some reason. I guess, you got to have it when you got to have it. So just stepping through, it's really nice and wonderful. And I'm going to add a link below to the Architectural Digest video so you can step through it and feel how wonderful that is. And there's no argument it's a nice house, but there's other options. So for instance, if you're saying, well, Todd, I don't have quite that much money. I only have about $45 million. Well, here you go. Here's another house, also in Malibu, also on that same beach. And if you look at this, it's just much more magnificent from the curbside appeal of it. It's just a bigger mansion. It's 13,000 square feet. So that definitely just feels better. It has this very manicured surroundings inside of it. And I'm also going to put links to all these below so you can follow along, or you can kind of see it for yourself and take your time going through all these pictures. So it's just a very nice, it's kind of what you think of when you think of a mansion. And it's, a savings of $48 million. It's like, so give me this house plus $48 million. It's just... and the other house had 117 square feet of ocean frontage. Just has 120, so you're even getting a little bit more for your money. It's got its own little theater room too. Some of it's a little over the top, but I think it's still nice. I'd live there for sure. I'd live in either one of these, but that's just something of like, why would you pay $100 million when you can go to this? So if you're saying, well, I don't have $42 million. Okay. Well, for $30 million, you could have this one also on Malibu and then have $70 million in your pocket. It is smaller. It's only 5,000 square feet. So that's a big drop, but it's got like, more, it's almost 2 acres. It's got a tennis court. It's got a pool. It's got parking for 25, which actually is kind of cool, because if you have one of these big houses, you're going to want everybody to come see you, and so with 25, you can definitely park and have a party, and it's really good. And so, and finally, say you only have 14 million. Well, here you go. Also in Malibu, also a great area. Now, the front of it kind of looks like, well, that almost looks like a service station. So I don't know. That's not great, but the inside is really nice. And like I say, links are going to be below so you can kind of follow along at your leisure. One thing I don't like is this countertop. I don't understand that at all. The green, is it tile or is it like alligator? I'm not. It's just kind of. I mean, I would take the extra money you save from not buying the $100 million house and upgrade that. And that appliance looks like, it's not chrome. So I don't know what's going on with the kitchen. Everything else is not too bad, but that green's got the funky going on. But I did kind of crack up. Oh, now, this is the other feature I liked. I'm a sucker for infinity pools, and this overlooks the ocean, so you could sit there. Oh, and I just realized that the table can go over the pool too. So that's nice. But it has this view where you can sit at the pool there and just look out into the ocean. So I just think that's really nice. And I would take the 14 million and the money you save and and just get your own yacht or whatever. Now I did kind of crack up at the description of this because it said that it's got a fire pit, chaise lounge, outdoor shower, and is plumbed for a hot tub. $14 million and it don't have a hot tub. Just kind of cracked me up. Anyway, so here we go. So we go back to, but anyway, so here's a $100 million house. And I know he's going for it. If he gets it, good for you, Pierce. And what a lot of people said is you got neighbors right next to you. It's kind of a joke. But what people also said is for $100 million, I could buy a $2 million house in all 50 states. So going forth, that's going to be the video series, is that I'm going to go to every state and look for $2 million homes, because why not? And then we're going to pick the best $2 million homes from all 50 states. So there you go. So thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you